FA Cup champions. We are Manchester United, our FA Cup champions for the 2023-2024 season. And guess what? Last time out, when I was doing my predicted 11 for the FA Cup final, I shared my optimism on the game. Like, looking back at the amount of players returning from injuries, I was so optimistic we're gonna get some points from this. And oh god, it's 48 hours after the finals, and I'm still ecstatic. Like, I ain't recovered from the ecstasy, from the noise. Like, it was a rhapsody of emotions on the day. Like, oh god, I've never been, okay, let me not say never been, but it's been a while. Obviously, as Manchester United fans, it's been a long while. We had, but trust me, big things unfolding, very big things unfolding. Okay, back to it. My talking point for today is 10 things we learned from the final of the FA Cup on Saturday evening. 10 things we learned. Not to waste any time. First thing I learned was Manchester United, when we play like a team, we can win games. Get it? Like, looking at that game, you really could not speak out. Yeah. And I'm looking at, we've had that more like the siege mentality. We against the world. Every time Manchester United put up their spirits, we always get results. I really can't see any team that can beat Manchester United when we have that Manchester United spirit. To number 2, the second point I learned from the game was we underrate Bruno Fernandes so much. I've heard lots of Manchester United fans castigate Bruno for being petulant, for complaining, for demanding high standards from the officials, from his teammates, even from himself. And some even pray that he gets injured, pray that he doesn't play, or pray that he gets sold. I'm like, this is arguably the best creator in the EPL. And Manchester United fans, they underrate Bruno too much. You can see this guy is, I call him the El Magnifico, he's Captain Fantastic to me. I would never in a lifetime say anything bad against Bruno Fernandes, because he's arguably Manchester United's most important player. I mean, look at what he does. When he plays in the 10, he's unstoppable. He creates chances per second. And just look at the assists for the second goal. Like a no-look pass. He knew Mino was there. Some other players would dilly-dally, and before they pick their pass, they get nicked off the ball. But Bruno is brilliant. Like, he is exceptional. He keeps Manchester United ticking. The only 2 games he has missed this season through injury, I'm sure you can we all know what happened. So to me, I love Bruno, and he's been underappreciated by Manchester United and their fans. Number 3 is Mino. Kobbie Mainoo, the young talent, 19 years of age, is a generational talent. He's still showing class. I think he even turns up in big games more than any other. He's unfazed by the stage. He's not moved. From the way he plays, he's never under pressure. He's never in a panic. He's never in a rush. He takes his time and does. His decision making is not 19-year-old-esque. Like, he makes decisions like a 32-year-old midfielder. He's too mature and full of class. I'm sure, I know of a certainty, Manchester United have a player on their hands for the next decade. Damn it. Number 4, Onana isn't a bad goalkeeper. Yeah, he's had his downs, he's had his bad moments this season, but yeah, I think to me that's just him adapting to the league like many other players. I mean, except a few players like Bruno Fernandes that came into the league firing from the get-go. Many players take their time to adapt, and it is no different for Andre Onana. Throughout this season, I'm sure we can all see bright spots in his game. He developed after a couple of weeks when he had the early shockers. Yeah, I think he came good. Towards the end of the season, he has just been fine. Coupled with the fact that he had better defenders in front of him for the game. I mean, you can't not take anything away from Maguire. He has been fantastic this season. But still, you can't compare a centre-back pairing of Maguire and Evans, or Maguire and Casemiro, or Casemiro and Evans to Martinez and Rafael Varane. I mean, so cut some slack for Andre Onana. Cut Andre Onana some slack. With better defenders around him, he raises his game. So point number 4 is Onana isn't as bad as the media or as he has seemed to be this season. Number 5, Ten Hag is dynamic. We've seen times without number Ten Hag adapting his formation to counter an opponent, and he did this one to perfection, especially when you have players that are willing and capable. He did this to perfection. Like, he nullified the threats. Even I couldn't see any brilliance from Kevin De Bruyne. And once Kevin De Bruyne is cut out of the game, Erling Haaland is out. So, yeah, he's dynamic. He adapted perfectly to this game, and it yielded results. Even if he has been stubborn with it for a while this season, not switching to a more proactive, a more a more defensive approach when we had lots of injuries. But still, we can see that when he does change, he's a tactician at that. Number 6 is Ten Hag believing in his abilities. With all the noise and rumors about him being sacked, regardless of the outcome of the FA Cup final and all that, you see, he came defiantly to the post-match interview when it was like, all he does is win trophies, and if United do not want him anymore, he will go somewhere else and win trophies. That's someone that believes in his abilities. He's confident. He's not scared of the sack. He's not scared of being jobless. He knows he leaves Man United today, and before the end of the summer, he is in a top job. I guarantee you that, because he is a top manager. Number 7, Martinez and Varane are still our best centre-back pair. I mean, I had so much confidence knowing that we're going to that game with Martinez and Varane fit to play. You get a goal against these two, and you deserve it. They don't give out goals on a platter. They don't give out goals for charitable causes. They are stingy with goals. So you get a goal against them, you know that, you did some good work to get that. They are still so sad that Varane is leaving. Yeah, he played his last game with the FA Cup final, but still, I'm sure Man U are going to get a suitable replacement for Rafael Varane in the summer. So, get a good defender that can pair Martinez as much as Varane does, because with both of them in centre back, I really do not fear any threats. I mean, look at that mentality. Just see the mentality from Lisandro Martinez. While everyone is celebrating the goal, he just rushes up to Garnacho and pushes him, nudges him back to the centre circle to restart play. That is elite mentality. Like, this guy is a mentality monster, And we need very many players like this, with this level of mentality. That's what I see from the Real Madrid team. This kind of mentality, top notch. And we need more players like this in this Manchester United team. Then we can start talking of winning trophies once again. 8. Man U play better when quality players are fit. This comes back to my point all season that we suffered a whole lot due to the fact that there were numerous injuries in the squad. There's so much you can do when you don't have the resources to do it. There's so much, like you can't outdo yourself. Yeah, there are people that say injuries are not an excuse. Yeah, you can make do with what you have. Good managers make do, but damn it, a manager or a team is only as good as its players, as its individual players. A team is only as strong as its weakest link. And considering how many injuries we had this season, what was our weakest link? Our weakest link was way weaker than weak. So I didn't expect any miracles from Ten Hag. But watch the way we played when we had a couple of players back fit, at least a couple of first teamers, and the quality just improves drastically. So yeah, that's pointing to the fact that Man U need to reinforce. Man U need to build this squad in the summer with quality signings. I mean, even looking at the amount of players you have to replace, Martial is going on a free, Varane is going, Casemiro will likely go. I mean, Sancho needs to be replaced. You know, Mason Greenwood has not been replaced. So we have a whole lot of work on our hands this summer. I mean, Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe and his team, his recruitment team, they have a whole lot of work to do to put this squad back in shape with quality players. Point number 9, we lack depth in squad. I mean, still related to the injury points, to the points about the injuries. You take off one player either through a tactical switch or through an injury force substitution, and the drop off in quality is so enormous. The team plays way differently because the person coming on is way off in terms of quality compared to who you took off. So how do you play a whole season with that? Man U in quotes have just a first team. There is no bench. There are no squad players that can easily replace the first teamers. So Man U need to reinforce. I'm emphasizing on this word. Man U needs to reinforce this summer with quality players. We need a squad, not just a team of 11 players. In post-match conference after the FA Cup final, they had said that he cannot play when the players aren't available. So it's obvious. Except you're just trying to be unrealistic, you can tell that the season was hampered a whole lot by injuries. There's so much you can do when you have only a couple of teenagers on the bench. Yeah, Manchester United need to reinforce this summer with quality players. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the use of youth so far. In the game, you saw how important our youth setup is currently to this first team. You could also see the importance of Garnacho, the importance of Maino. Imagine 2 teenagers grabbing the winner in an FA Cup final against arguably the best team in the world right now. And the last time a teenager scored in the FA Cup final was in 2004, and that was Cristiano Ronaldo, another Manchester United product. So you can see that it's more like in the DNA of Manchester United to play with youth from the team setup, and that's one thing I give Ten Hag props for. Like he has the culture which is very in tune with what Manchester United stands for. Okay, those are my 10 talking points from the FA Cup final. Do well to drop yours in the comment section and we'll vibe. You know how it goes. Yeah, if you're new to this space, and you just, try to find your way around, click on the subscribe button, like this video, and share it to as many Manchester United fans as you know around the globe. Let's build this community together. Cheers. Laters.